Further, Mahamate, the Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas at the 8th stage of Bodhisattvahood are so intoxicated with the happiness that comes from the attainment of perfect tranquilization, and failing to understand fully that there is nothing in the world but what is seen of the mind itself, they are thus unable to overcome the hindrance and habit energy growing out of their notions of generality and individuality. And adhering to the egolessness of persons and things, and cherishing views arising therefrom, they have the discriminating idea and knowledge of nirvana, which is not that of the truth of absolute solitude. Mahamate, when the bodhisattvas face and perceive the happiness of the samadhi of perfect tranquilization, they are moved with the feeling of love and sympathy owing to their original vows, and they become aware of the part they are to perform as regards the 10 inexhaustible vows. Thus they do not enter nirvana. But the fact is that they are already in nirvana, because in them there is no rising of discrimination. With them the discrimination of grasped and grasping no more takes place, as they now recognize that there is nothing in the world but what is seen of the mind itself. They have done away with the thought of discrimination concerning all things. They have abandoned adhering to and discriminating about such notions as the citta, mana, and manovijnana, and external objects and self-nature. However, they have not given up the things promoting the cause of Buddhism. Because of their attainment of the inner insight which belongs to the stage of Tathagatahood, whatever they do, all issues from their transcendental knowledge. It is like a man crossing a stream in a dream. For instance, Mahamate, suppose that while sleeping, a man dreams that he is in the midst of a great river, which he earnestly endeavors with all his might to cross by himself. But before he succeeds in crossing the stream, he is awakened from the dream, and being awakened he thinks, "Is this real or unreal?" He thinks again, "No, it is neither real nor unreal." By reason of the habit energy of discrimination which has been accumulated by experience ever since beginningless time, as multiplicities of forms and conditions are seen, heard, thought, and recognized, there is the perception and discrimination of all things as existent and non-existent. And for this reason my manovijnana experiences, even in a dream, all that has been seen by myself. In the same way, Mahamate, the Bodhisattva Mahasattvas of the 8th stage of Bodhisattvahood, after passing through the 1st up to the 7th stage, observe that there is no more rising in them of discrimination, since all things are seen as like Maya, etc., when they have an intuitive understanding of the true nature of all things, and further observing that, therefore, there is the cessation of all things as to grasped and grasping, which rise from one's ardent desire for things, and also observing how the mind and what belongs to it carry on their discrimination, the Bodhisattva Mahasattvas never relax in their efforts to practice the teachings of the Buddhas. Mahamate, they will exercise themselves to make those who have not yet attained the truth attain it. For the Bodhisattvas, nirvana does not mean extinction. As they have abandoned thoughts of discrimination evolving from the citta, manos, and manovijnana, there is for them the attainment of the recognition that all things are unborn. And, Mahamate, in ultimate reality there is neither gradation nor continuous succession. Only the truth of absolute solitude is taught here, in which the discrimination of all images is quieted. So it is said, "The abodes and the stages of Buddhahood are established in the mind only, which is imageless." This was told, is told, and will be told by the Buddhas. The first 7 stages are still of the mind, but here the 8th is imageless. The 2 stages, the 9th and the 10th, have still something to rest themselves on. The highest stage that is left belongs to me. self-realization and absolute purity. This stage is my own. It is the highest station of Mahasvara, the Akanishta heaven, shining brilliantly. Its rays of light move forward like a mass of fire. They who are bright-colored, charming, and auspicious transform the triple world. Some worlds are being transformed, while others have already been transformed. There I preach the various vehicles which belong to my own stage. But from the absolute point of view, the 10th is the 1st, and the 1st is the 8th, and the 9th is the 7th, and the 7th is the 8th. And the 2nd is the 3rd, the 4th is the 5th, and the 3rd is the 6th. What gradation is there where imagelessness prevails?